Drunk at the family dinner. I slammed the table and shouted, "There's a scar on the inside of Lu Feifei's thigh. I bit it. Ha! Oh my. So, when are you going to become my son-in-law? I'd rather become a nun than marry an ungrateful bastard like you. Even if every woman on earth died, I still wouldn't marry you." Later, I returned home after studying abroad. Our parents asked me to pick her up for dinner at our house. Instead, I found her new boyfriend at a bar. When he learned I was looking for Lu Feifei, the man shoved me toward the door. "A nobody like you thinks he can have a goddess? Everyone knows Lu Feifei can't stand attention from men who aren't her boyfriend. Other than her boyfriend, she won't even spare another man a glance. What's going on? Lu Feifei. Chen, what are you doing here?" Well, not bad. I thought you'd forgotten me." This guy actually dared talk back to Miss Lu. HMPH. What? You come back and immediately lose your temper. Do you have any idea what I went through just to get here and find you? Heh. Am I seeing things? Is the person in front of me really the usual Miss Lu? Alright. Your hair is a complete mess. Is the struggling artist look trendy overseas now? Whose fault do you think that is? What did I do? I only just found out you were back, okay? Your boyfriend is quite something. I came in looking for you, and he started giving me trouble. He even shoved me. Lu Feifei, you've got such great taste in men. Hanjuan, you touch him? Who gave you the nerve? How dare you lay a hand on him? Miss Lu, please, let me explain. It's not how he says it is. His attitude was way too arrogant. And besides, what right does he have to call you by your full name? That's disrespectful to you. I lost my temper, and What gives him the right? Because I allow it. How he addresses me is none of your business. I was still a little angry, but hearing her say that made me feel much better. I've liked Lu Feifei for a long time. I've never seen a man dare act so cocky in front of Lu Feifei. Even all her former boyfriends called her Miss Lu. No one was ever an exception. Miss Lu, I really didn't know. I didn't know he was so close to you. I'm sorry. I truly didn't know. I was going to teach that guy a lesson. But how could I do that now? Still, credit where it's due. This man is really smart. He must know Lu Feifei very well. To realize groveling was his best move right now. Fine. Handle it yourself. Hanjuan, tell me. How should I deal with you? I'm sorry. It was my fault. I shouldn't have acted without getting the facts straight. Alright. Stop hitting yourself. If you keep this up, you'll make me look like I'm using my status to bully you. Come on, go back with me. If you want to keep partying, go ahead. If not, then call it a night. I'm leaving first. By the way, where's my phone? Miss Lu, your phone is right here. The moment I saw her phone, all the frustration from not being able to reach her earlier came flooding back. Lu Feifei, when I called you earlier, you didn't even recognize my voice. And when I took a cab here, I had no money to pay. I tried calling you for help, but you wouldn't answer. If you're not going to use your phone, have it recycled. Come on, the private room was so loud. Of course, I couldn't make out your voice. What is going on with you? You suddenly came back home, then came looking for me this late at night. Is there something important you need to say? Whenever I came home for the new year before, I'd never been this eager to find her. Chen, don't tell me you've suddenly realized you're in love with me. You rushed over here to find me, and even argue with my ex-boyfriend. Tell me, are you trying to confess to me? You're getting more shameless by the day. Can I even make a joke? A few years in America, and you've lost your sense of humor. HMPH. I'm in a bad mood tonight, and you dare joke with me while I'm upset. You brought this on yourself. So, what do you need me for? To open the door for me. I don't have a key to your place. Just call my mom. Not only will someone open the door for you, they'll line up to welcome you. Wait, that's not right. Which home of mine are you talking about? You mean the apartment I live in now? Yes. Why else would I be looking for you? I shot her a dismissive glance. Why do you want to come to my apartment? It's so late already. Even if you need somewhere to stay, you could just go to my mom. Why come to me? Though she'd vaguely sensed that something was wrong, She didn't want to confirm her suspicion. She'd rather be wrong. So, you didn't know either. Looks like my godmother set us both up. Relax, relax. I'm a victim too. I understand how you feel. What is all this? How did this happen so suddenly? I'm supposed to move in with Gu Chen. I can't accept this yet. Even if he's the childhood friend I grew up with. It's still not okay. Nothing's even been decided yet. I said nothing. I simply gave Lu Feifei time to process the news. I stood quietly to one side and waited until someone stormed toward me, snarling, "Hey, punk, pay me, now. Are you trying to skip out on the bill?" It was the taxi driver. Then I remembered. I'd been in such a rush that I'd gotten out without paying him. "Sorry, sir. I'll pay you right away." But my pockets were completely empty. So I pulled the still confused Lu Feifei to my side. "Feifei, lend me some money. I'm broke. I can't even pay the cab fare." "TCH, don't believe me, see for yourself." I turned both pockets inside out in front of her, then spread my hands. Lu Feifei was utterly speechless. She had no choice but to walk over to the driver and politely say, "Driver, how much is his cab fare? I'll cover it." The driver sized Lu Feifei up and down. His eyes landed on the designer bag over her shoulder. He was thrilled. This trip was definitely worth it. I'd hit the jackpot. This girl clearly has more money than sense. I can charge her whatever I want. "Miss, this handsome young man owes $480 for the ride here. The payment code is here. Just scan it." Hearing that, I strode forward and demanded, "Doesn't your meter say 48? Where did $480 come from? Do you think I won't report you?" I was so furious I wanted to curse him out, but Lu Feifei walked up to the driver and said far too sweetly, "Sir, $480, right? I'll scan it." "Yes, absolutely. Just scan right here." Heh. I've already saved the payment receipt. "I'm sure. It'll come in handy very soon." The next second, the driver's smile froze. His face went deathly pale. He thought he could scam some extra cash, but instead he got what was coming to him. I was wrong. Please don't report me. I have elderly parents and children to support. What will I do if I lose my job? I have parents and children depending on me. Please, let me go. Lu Feifei ignored his tearful pleas. She made a call on her phone. A moment later, a bodyguard arrived. "This man tried to extort me. Handle it." "Rest assured, Miss Lu. I'll make sure you're satisfied with the outcome." With that, the bodyguard ignored the driver's resistance, forcibly hauled him away. I watched as the bodyguard dragged the driver into an alley. Faint screams seemed to drift out. "Let's go home." I nodded and got into Lu Feifei's car. The engine roared to life, and the car quickly sped away from the bar. Soon, we arrived at Lu Feifei's luxury apartment. Just as I was about to drag my luggage inside, I suddenly stopped. I turned to Lu Feifei and said, "Add my fingerprint to the lock. That way I can get in easily." "HMPH. No. Why should I add your fingerprint?" I set down my luggage and copied her stance, folding my arms. "Because starting today, I'm living here. If you don't add my fingerprint, how am I supposed to come and go?" Then I stepped close to Lu Feifei, leaned close to her ear, and teased softly, "Is Miss Lu planning to be my personal attendant? Doing nothing else but opening and closing doors for me? Live here?" "Who said you could live here from now on? Did you get my permission? This is my private territory, even if we've been childhood friends. That doesn't mean you're welcome to invade my personal space. My godmother told me to stay here. Do you think I want to?" "What? Gu Chen, earlier, you said my mom set me up. What did you mean? Does it have something to do with this?" "Oh, Miss Lu, you're pretty smart. You finally caught on." I nodded in confirmation. I teased her, but worried Lu Feifei might get angry. So I explained seriously, "You and I will be getting engaged soon. So they want us to live together and develop some feelings for each other." Lu Feifei wondered if she had misheard. "What did you say? I'm getting engaged to you. What the hell is this?" Anyway, that's how it is. As for the exact reason, ask my godmother yourself. I'm tired, and I can't be bothered explaining. I'm really sleepy. I'm going to rest. Bye. With that, I waved to her and dragged my luggage toward the bedroom. Lu Feifei pulled me back. Explain it to me first, or you're not going anywhere. I let her pull me down onto the couch. I just lay there silently, proving through my actions that I was truly exhausted. You're still as infuriating as when we were kids. You haven't changed at all. Tomorrow, I'll call home and have my mom take you back to the family estate. I'm staying here. Hearing that, I sat up from the couch, scratched my head, and asked in confusion, "Didn't I tell you? Starting today, I'm living here with you. Don't you understand?" Lu Feifei gave me a sit-along look. "I won't agree to this engagement." "Then if you won't agree, go tell your parents yourself, and Grandpa Lu, too. It's not my decision to make." At that, she frowned again. "Grandpa is involved too. What kind of mess is this?" Seeing how irritated she was, I suggested, "Why not go back the night after tomorrow? Ask them anything you don't understand." Hearing that, Lu Feifei felt indignant. "Why do you get to stay out of this?" "No, you're coming back with me too." I shrugged casually. "Sure." She would have to accept it in the end anyway. Going back is fine. It should be quite a scene. At least I won't be bored this time. "Oh, right? You're going to school tomorrow morning, right? Don't forget to wake me." "Why are you going to school with me?" Sitting on the couch, I grinned and told her, "Because starting tomorrow, I'm transferring to your school." Lu Feifei looked at me as if asking whether I was serious. She stood frozen for a long moment, but I ignored her and hummed my way into the bathroom. After I washed up and changed into my pajamas, I called to Lu Feifei. "I'm going to bed." Early the next morning, although Lu Feifei was very reluctant, she couldn't just leave me behind, so she still took me to school. Lu Feifei attended an elite university. The campus was so beautiful it barely looked like a school. It looked more like a luxury residential estate. When we were still a few hundred meters from campus, I shouted, "Stop, stop, stop. Drop me off here." Lu Feifei stopped the car and looked at me in confusion. "We haven't reached the school yet. Why are you getting out?" I raised an eyebrow and smiled at Lu Feifei. Then I replied, "Because I'm smart. Someone like you, Miss Lu. You're a campus celebrity. If I walk into campus with you, my life will be anything but peaceful. So, to avoid trouble, I'm getting out early." Lu Feifei frowned. She was even more confused. "What nonsense are you talking about?" Though she did not understand what I meant, she still would not let me off the hook. "Oh, Gu Chen, did going abroad make you such a coward? Are you really afraid of trouble, or are you scared to be around me?" As she spoke, she moved closer, clearly hoping to embarrass me. Her distinctive scent lingered at the tip of my nose. My ears turned red, my gaze drifted away, and I said loudly, "How could that be? You think I'm afraid of them? Lu Feifei, you're seriously underestimating me." Hearing my answer, Lu Feifei flashed a sly smile. "Then come on, let's go in together." "Fine, let's go. Whoever backs out is a coward." Lu Feifei said nothing. She simply drove into campus faster. Once we reached the parking lot, I ignored Lu Feifei and got out of the car immediately. I wandered around campus while waiting. I had no idea where Lu Feifei had gone. When I turned to head back, I was not paying attention and bumped straight into a girl wearing glasses. The girl gave a soft cry from the impact. Her lively eyes glistened with tears. I quickly looked at her and apologized. "I'm sorry. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. I wasn't watching where I was going either." "You're new here, aren't you? I've never seen you on campus before." "Yeah, I guess so. I did just arrive today." "Since you're new, why don't I show you around campus? Did you come alone? Or with someone else?" I was about to say I had come with Lu Feifei, but I was still annoyed and did not want to mention her. So I replied, "I came alone." "Sorry to trouble you. My name is Gu Chen. And what is your name?" The girl's eyes curved into crescents as she replied, "Hello, Gu Chen. My name is Zhou Miao." So we walked and chatted along the way, and the conversation flowed easily. Meanwhile, Lu Feifei parked the car. When she left the parking lot, she did not see me. She frowned and thought, Gu Chen, you really never make things easy. Did I find myself a fiancé? Or am I raising a little brother?" She sighed. After standing there for a while, she called me on her phone. When I did not answer, she could only call the principal and explain the situation. Then she started looking for me around campus. Meanwhile, my phone had long been switched off. I had no idea. Lu Feifei was frantically searching for me. Gu Chen, you jerk. Just wait until I find you. Zhou Miao and I got along extremely well. I also learned that Zhou Miao was an excellent student. She had always ranked first in the entire school. So I teased her. At an elite university like ours, there must be some campus beauty ranking, right? Zhou Miao, you're beautiful, gentle, and a great student. You are always ranked first. You must be the campus beauty, right? Gu Chen, thank you for thinking so highly of me. But I really am not the campus beauty. I do not qualify for that title. No way. You are not the campus beauty? Zhou Miao, you're so beautiful. If even you aren't considered the campus beauty. Wait. Do not tell me the campus beauty is Lu Feifei. When she heard me say that name, Zhou Miao lowered her head and adjusted her glasses. You know her. She is very popular at school, isn't she? I hear she has lots of boyfriends. You are a well-known student too. Though you are in different grades, you must know each other. We know each other, but we are not close. She really does have a lot of boyfriends. As long as a guy is handsome, she wants to be friends with him. Do you like her too? She's such a player. I would never like her. Really? She had thought he was just another admirer of Lu Feifei. But when this Gu Chen mentioned Lu Feifei, his face held none of that admiration or longing. This Gu Chen is interesting. I do not like her type at all. If I had to choose, I think you're better than her. What is so great about her? She just relies on being rich and pretty. Her personality is awful too. Anyone who likes her is asking for trouble. This was the first time Zhou Miao had heard anyone describe Lu Feifei that way. She looked at me in surprise, as though I were some alien creature. When she saw my disgusted expression, she could not help laughing. You are really funny. She became a little friendlier toward me, and the distance between us disappeared. I quickly tried to get closer to her. I still do not know which class I am in. Zhou Miao, tell me which class you are in. Then I can come see you often. After all, I just returned to the country. Can I come to you when I do not understand something? A top student like Zhou Miao, beautiful and smart, and someone I got along with so well, was definitely worth getting to know. Having capable, intelligent friends can never hurt. They might be useful in the future. Sure, my classroom is on the 3rd floor. If there is anything you do not understand, come find me. Then I looked around campus. There was not a single person in sight. They had probably all gone to class. I said to Zhou Miao, then I will not keep you from class. A new student like me should report to the principal's office. I will find you when I have time. Bye-bye. With that, I headed for the administration building. Meanwhile, in the principal's office, the principal froze when he saw me. Then he stood up and eagerly brought out fruit and drinks for me. Young Master Gu, please sit and wait a moment. Then he stepped outside and called Lu Feifei. He told her I was in the principal's office. Miss Lu, young Master Gu is in the principal's office now. Once he confirmed that Lu Feifei knew, he added obsequiously, yes, of course. Miss Lu, you do not need to come over personally. Please return to class first. I will have a teacher bring young Master Gu to class shortly. After Lu Feifei hung up, the principal finally breathed a sigh of relief. Then he returned to his office and made another call. Not long after, a man walked in. He wore black-framed glasses and looked very serious. He respectfully asked the principal, "What did you need me for, principal?" "This is the newly transferred student, Gu Chen." Student Gu. He previously attended a prestigious private high school abroad. His grades are excellent. Take him to class. He is a student the school is prioritizing. Understood. How could the teacher miss the meaning behind the principal's words? Understood. He then led me out. Soon, I followed the teacher to the classroom door. I thought to myself, back in the principal's office, when I heard him call my grades excellent, I barely managed not to laugh. Still, I had returned home to study, just to have some fun, so none of it really mattered. The teacher's surname was Wei. He led me inside and told the class, "This is the new exchange student, Gu Chen. Introduce yourself, so everyone can get to know you." "Hello, everyone. I am Gu Chen. male, and interested in girls. I look forward to learning from all of you." The class burst into laughter. Quite a few began whispering to each other. I looked around the room, searching for pretty girls. Naturally, I wanted to choose a seat beside a pretty girl. At least it would be nice to look at. I thought to myself, maybe because this was an elite school. At a glance, there really were several girls who were quite pretty. Unfortunately, I had just met Zhou Miao. Next to her, they did not measure up. Teacher Wei cleared his throat and said, "Gu Chen, who would you like to sit with? As long as they agree, it is fine." The moment he said that, the girls eagerly jumped to their feet, all talking at once. "Gu Chen, come sit with me. I will buy you breakfast every day. My grades are great. Come sit with me. I will help you with anything you struggle with. And I will buy you snacks every day. Hey, handsome, I will do anything you ask." The instant she said that, the others jeered at her. I found them all pretty amusing. After thinking for a moment, I asked, "Which girl is the prettiest in our class?" To my surprise, when they heard that, everyone froze for a moment, then all looked toward the same seat, but their expressions were strange. I followed the class's gaze. It was the last desk by the window. Had the prettiest girl not come in today, of course I, Gu Chen, would choose the prettiest one. Both seats were empty. So I walked over with a smile and sat in one of them. "Teacher Wei, I will sit here." Teacher Wei's expression turned strange. He said awkwardly, "If you like it, sit there. All right, quiet down. Make sure you look after the new student. Be united and friendly. Understood? All right, let us continue class." But no one was in the mood to pay attention. The girls kept peeking at me, while the boys looked me over, sizing me up, and comparing themselves to me. After class, I got bored, so I decided to find Lu Feifei, to see what kind of carefree life she was living. When I reached the second floor, I went straight to the second classroom to find Lu Feifei. Once there, I looked around, and sure enough, I spotted Lu Feifei. Damn it, she was being all lovey-dovey with some nobody. I mean, I was engaged to her now, after all. It was only natural to feel jealous, right? I thought to myself, Lu Feifei had gone too far. She knew it was my first day at school, that I knew nothing, and was unfamiliar with everything. I had walked so far with Zhou Miao. Yet she never came looking for me. Instead, she was busy flirting with some boy. It was infuriating. My eyes darted as an idea struck me. I gave a wicked grin and said, "Lu Feifei, if you are going to be heartless, do not blame me for playing dirty. Just wait." "Hey, you there. Could you get Lu Feifei for me? Tell her her husband is looking for her. Please." "Oh, okay. I will go right away. Cute little Meng Meng. Oh. Lu Feifei, oh, your husband is looking for you." The previously noisy classroom fell silent at once. I could practically picture everyone's eyes popping out of their heads. A few minutes later, Lu Feifei came over with a blank expression. I waved at her, showing her where I was. "Gu Chen, I knew it was you. You came here to cause trouble on purpose, did you not? Lu Feifei. You only care about talking to other guys. You do not care about me at all. When we get back to the Lu residence tonight, I will tell my godmother all about it." "Gu Chen, what exactly do you want? I have not even settled things with you over this morning. You jumped out of the car and ran. You would not answer your phone. Do you know how hard I had to look for you?" She looked at me with hurt in her eyes. I did not notice her resentful gaze. I just kept glancing behind her. Sure enough, I saw the boy who had been with Lu Feifei earlier had followed her out. He was watching us. Feeling mischievous, I wrapped an arm around her and pulled her close. When the boy saw that, his face turned red with anger. His fist clenched, but he did not dare approach. He remembered Miss Lu's rules. He could only watch as I took her away, gritting his teeth in fury. I carried her away from the crowd. Lu Feifei finally came to her senses. "Put me down." She slapped my hand off her shoulder. Then she glared at me and demanded, "Who gave you the nerve to treat me like that? Have I been too nice to you?" I just saw you being so close to that guy. I got a little jealous, so I came up with this idea. I only wanted to intimidate him, so he would stay away from you, and let everyone know you are my fiancé. I really did not mean any harm. Will you forgive me? I will treat you to a meal. Gu Chen, can you please behave yourself from now on? Can you stop causing trouble for me? I just want to attend class in peace. Can you grant me that one wish? I quickly changed the subject. Hey, are you hungry? Let us get something to eat. Then we can get back to class. With that, I ran with Lu Feifei toward the cafeteria. As soon as we reached the cafeteria, Lu Feifei spotted her classmates. She waved at me and headed over to them. That left me alone. Just as I was struggling to find a table, I turned and saw a girl quietly eating alone. So I went over and asked, "Hi, excuse me. There are no seats left in the cafeteria. Can I share your table?" The girl stared at me for a long moment before replying coolly. After I sat down, I stole glances at her delicate face, thinking to myself, that cool, distant air about her was so alluring. It made you want to uncover her secrets. I said nothing. I just quickly finished my meal. After returning to the classroom, our first class that afternoon was Chinese. That was when I noticed a classmate who had been absent for ages had finally shown up. I looked closer. Was that not the girl I had shared a table with? Delighted, I whispered to her, "What a coincidence. We meet again." The girl said nothing. She merely gave me a cool glance, then nodded to show she remembered. Then I pushed my luck and asked, "What is your name?" "I am Gu Chen. I just transferred here." The girl remained silent, only furrowing her brow. Her ignoring me only stirred my rebellious streak. I wanted to keep talking to her even more. "Hey, beautiful, what is your name, anyway?" Finally, seemingly tired of my questions, she wrote the 2 characters for Yushin on a piece of paper and tossed it to me. Once I knew her name, I stopped bothering her. This class was practically a sleeping pill for me. I kept nodding off. By comparison, Yushin, sitting beside me, paid close attention in class. The teacher even called on me to answer a question. At last, class ended. The moment the teacher left the classroom, I stretched, planning to catch up on sleep. I put my head down and slept like the dead. When Yushin tapped me awake, I found that only the 2 of us remained in the classroom. Yushin spoke coolly. "School is over. Are you going to keep sleeping?" Seeing that I still looked confused, she gave a soft laugh, then added, "If you do not leave soon, the guard will lock the gates. Are you sure you want to spend the night here?" I instinctively shook my head. I quickly got up to leave. As I was about to leave the classroom, I turned back and said to Yushin, "Thanks for the reminder. I will be going now. It is getting late." "You should leave soon, too. It is not safe for a girl to go home late, is it?" With that, I left. Yushin remained seated alone, watching me leave with a smile on her face. After leaving the classroom, I called Lu Feifei to ask where she was. I called her several times, but she would not answer. What was Lu Feifei up to now? Had we not agreed to go back to the Lu residence tonight? When I finally reached Lu Feifei, she said casually, "I am already at the old family estate. Hurry up. The whole family is waiting for you to come home for dinner." "Why did you not take me with you? You have some nerve, Lu Feifei. When I get to the estate, just watch me tell my godmother on you. Just you wait." I went to the school gate to hail a taxi. While I waited, I idly kicked pebbles around. Then I saw Yushin, slowly walking out of campus. We both froze when we saw each other. In perfect unison, we asked, "Why have you not left yet?" Just then, her driver pulled a black sedan up by the curb. Yushin was about to get in, but seeing me still waiting by the road, she hesitated for a long while. Then, gathering her courage, she took the initiative and asked, "Where are you going? Do you need a ride? This school is quite far from downtown." No. My ride will be here soon. You should head home. See you tomorrow." "Oh." Her car soon drove away. Not long after Yushin's car left, my ride arrived. Tanshan Yuan. Before long, I arrived at the Lu family estate. I got out and walked up to the villa's iron gates, where a row of servants stood in formation. They called out together, "Welcome home, young master." The grand reception caught me off guard. Then I recovered my composure, waved to the servants, and headed inside. The moment I entered, a series of loud pops rang out. They made me jump. Colorful streamers rained down over me. Chen is back. Ha ha. Seeing the two of us standing together, Madame Lu and the others smiled in satisfaction. Then they led us into the banquet hall. The hall had been decorated for a celebration, and they had invited quite a few guests. Every one of them was dressed to the nines. My brow twitched. Confused, I looked at Lu Feifei. Lu Feifei leaned close and whispered, "This is the engagement party Mom threw for us. She said there was no time like the present. Since we were both back, she decided to hold it today. So, you've accepted reality this time. No more fighting it." Lu Feifei was just about to snap back, but then she saw a guest approaching us. She smiled and looped her arm through mine, giving me a sharp pinch. Once the guest had passed, we both immediately let go. Just as we were about to start bickering again, we heard Madame Lu call out, "Chen, Feifei, where are you two? Come and look. For your engagement party, I had a gorgeous custom cake made. You will love it." I rubbed my forehead helplessly and replied, "Coming. We will be right there." As I spoke, I pulled Lu Feifei toward the cake. When we got there, we saw a 10-tier cake. It was breathtakingly beautiful, like a castle. It was the kind of cake every girl dreamed of. I stole a glance at Lu Feifei's expression. Her eyes curved with joy as she looked at the cake, her gaze brimming with delight. Then Father Lu suddenly patted my shoulder. In a solemn tone, he told me, "Take good care of Feifei from now on. Do you understand? I am entrusting her to you. Do not let her down." Grandpa Lu nodded. Even his usually stern face wore a pleased smile. Then he said, "Seeing you and Feifei together is enough to make me happy. As long as you two are happy together, nothing else matters more." With that, he patted my shoulder as well. Lu Feifei pouted, clearly displeased. So no one ever asked whether I even want to marry him? But when she saw her grandfather's stern look, she did not dare, in front of so many people, say no outright. So she had no choice but to let it go. I hereby announce that Chen and Feifei are officially engaged. To give them time to build their relationship, and since neither has graduated yet, there is no rush for them to marry. Once Lu Feifei graduates, they can go abroad and get married. Lu Feifei shot me an exasperated glare. "What do you mean by that? You do not want to marry me. I have not even said I do not want you. And you are the one rejecting me." Lu Feifei motioned for me to lower my head. "Chen, do not tell me you have secretly loved me all along. Is that why you want to marry me so badly?" Her closeness alone, and her unusually gentle tone made my heart race, but I did not want to admit it. So I glanced at her, pulled away, and said, "Miss, you cannot be that full of yourself. Who is secretly in love with you? I was forced into this too, okay? Well, since you do not want this either, then let us fight it together. Father Lu loves you so much. He surely will not force you to marry someone you do not love. Just go cry to Father Lu about it. Once his heart softens, maybe we will not have to marry." Lu Feifei frowned and shot back indignantly. "Then why can you not be the one to say that we are not right for each other? Why does it have to be me?" So I said, "I will not bring it up. What can you do about it? But no matter what, our engagement is a done deal. My advice is to resign yourself to it. You would actually accept your fate?" I spread my hands and shrugged. "I already have." "What are you worried about, Lu Feifei? Even if we officially get married, it will not happen until we both graduate. A lot could change before then. Maybe we will not have to marry after all." After hearing me out, Lu Feifei's worry turned to relief. "What do I have to worry about? If we get married, we get married. It just means one more husband. There is nothing wrong with that. HMPH. What are you doing?" Chen, you underestimate me. You clearly do not understand women at all. Want to find out? Then let's try it. I did not expect you to be so forward. My dear Chen, since you are being so passionate, I will not hold back either. Just as I was about to continue, I suddenly felt countless eyes on us. I immediately let her go. We realized that nearly every guest was staring at us. The tips of my ears instantly turned red. Oh no, we had gotten so carried away that we forgot we were still at our engagement party. That was beyond embarrassing. Kind laughter from the elders rose behind us. I hurriedly pulled Lu Feifei outside. This is all your fault. You pinned me against the wall in front of everyone. Now look what happened. Everyone saw us. I replied nonchalantly. What is the point of arguing about that now? It was our engagement party, anyway. What is wrong with us being a little affectionate? By then, we had arrived back at the luxury apartment. When we reached the door, I lowered my head and unlocked it with my fingerprint. Just then, Lu Feifei's phone started ringing. It was my mom. The moment Lu Feifei saw the caller, her head began to ache. She suddenly had a bad feeling. Hello, Feifei. There is something I forgot to tell you. I had your apartment renovated. You two are engaged now, so you will share one bedroom from now on. That way, you can grow closer sooner. Understand? Renovated it. Mom, how did you get people inside? Just then, I walked in and looked around. When I sensed something was off, I looked at Lu Feifei and asked, why does the room look like this? Did we get robbed? Lu Feifei immediately understood what was going on. She gave a soft laugh. Mom, do not tell me you remodeled the Chen's room too. Of course I did. Mother Lu replied matter-of-factly. I will not allow you two to sleep in separate rooms. From now on, you will sleep together. Understand? If you disobey, I will send you abroad immediately. People get married much younger overseas. You decide what to do. We know. I bought you some gifts and left them on the bed. Mother Lu gave a mysterious laugh over the phone. Open them yourselves in a moment. I will not disturb your rest. Good night, kisses. With that, she immediately hung up. Lu Feifei had an even worse feeling after hearing that. When we entered the bedroom together, we found a box sitting on the bed. It was quite large. What kind of gift is this? I happily opened the box. My godmother is really good to us. They are actually condoms. She bought us an entire box of condoms. Wait, why would my godmother buy so many condoms? After hanging up, Lu Feifei saw my stunned expression and curiously leaned closer. What is it? What has you so curious? But when she saw what was inside, her face reddened. Her eyes darted away, and she fell silent. We stared at each other for a long while, then exchanged smiles. Looking at the box, I said, there must be hundreds in this box. How long would it take us to use all these? Who wants to use them with you? Why are you so full of yourself? What are you embarrassed about? We are engaged, after all. Gu Chen, you pervert. We tussled for a while. Then I asked, so, what do we do tonight? Lu Feifei's smile instantly froze. There did not seem to be a good solution. I was silent for a moment, then suggested, it is getting late. You take the bed. I will sleep on the sofa outside. That settles it. Good night, sleep well. Without waiting for Lu Feifei to respond, I went to sleep in the living room. Early the next morning, after washing up, I sat on the sofa waiting for Lu Feifei, while passing the time on my phone. After a long time, Lu Feifei still had not come out, so I knocked on the door. When there was no response, I pushed the door open and entered. Lu Feifei. Wake up, hurry. We are going to be late for school. I know. Not long after, Lu Feifei came out of the bedroom, fully dressed. She said to me, come on, let us go. I nodded. Then we sped off to school. We arrived with 5 minutes left before class. Sitting in my seat, I thought happily. Thank goodness. I am not late. Morning. Yushin replied calmly. Morning. Then she smiled at me. The slightest curve of her lips left me dazed for a moment. Then the bell rang. The teacher came in and began class. Another dull, ordinary day began. Halfway through class, I was feeling unbearably restless. I could not focus at all. So I made an excuse and slipped away. I planned to wander around outside campus. When I reached the main gate, just as I was about to leave campus, the security guard stopped me. The older guard said sternly, "Student, you cannot leave. Please show me your leave pass." I replied, "I do not have a leave pass, but I really need to head out for something. I already cleared it with my advisor. I only accept a written leave pass. Without one, you are not leaving this campus, or call your homeroom teacher. They can explain it to me over the phone." I was already skipping class. If I called my advisor now, would I even live to see tomorrow? This guard was seriously strict. Without another word, I left. I found a back wall and climbed right over it. Once outside, on a sudden impulse, I called the principal and said, "Hello, principal, this is Gu Chen. Our school's security guard is truly dedicated to their duties." Without waiting for the principal's reply, I hung up. Then I went back to my luxury apartment to catch up on sleep. That boy, Chen. Why did he suddenly mention security? What happened? Oh, never mind. I should call the head of security and ask, "Hello, is this the security office? I hear your department is very dedicated to its duties. Find out what happened. Handle it properly." The head of security was completely baffled. Dedicated to our duties? That did not sound like praise. Did someone cause trouble? What a headache. I will see who was on duty. Worst case, I will fire them. Even if I misunderstood, the principal would not make trouble for me over some lowly security guard. But if someone really did cause trouble, and I kept them on, I could not bear the responsibility. The guard who had stopped me was suddenly called in for a meeting. His supervisor gave him a long speech. He could not remember any of it. In the end, he remembered only one sentence. "Do not come in tomorrow." He looked at his supervisor in disbelief, but his supervisor avoided his gaze, feeling deeply guilty as well. The guard stood there stunned. So, simply carrying out his own duty was wrong too. Just then a bright voice rang out, "Sir, what are you doing here?" The guard turned around. He saw a girl wearing glasses, standing beside him, looking confused. "Miss." The guard immediately greeted her respectfully. Zhou Miao laughed at his words. "I am no rich young lady. I just come from an ordinary family. So, you do not need to be so formal with me, sir." At once, the guard felt sorry for the girl. She was an ordinary person, just like him. "Thank you, young lady. Study hard and build yourself a bright future. And thank you for your concern. I am just leaving this job. I was only feeling a little emotional." The guard had not intended to explain further, but the girl kept asking. So, he finally told her everything from beginning to end. Zhou Miao frowned deeply after hearing it. Then she comforted him. "It is all right, sir. I understand everything. Go home and rest for today. This matter will be resolved. Do not worry. I will not let them fire you." Before the guard could respond, she ran toward the classroom building, heading straight for my classroom. Once she got there, she stopped a girl entering the classroom. "Hi. Could you get Gu Chen for me?" The girl nodded. She went inside and looked around, then came back out, looking apologetic. "Sorry, Gu Chen is not in the classroom. Maybe come back a little later." "Thank you. I understand." Early the next morning, I woke up refreshed. Then I went to school with Lu Feifei. As I entered the campus, I glanced over out of habit. I saw an unfamiliar face. I paused, but I did not dwell on it, and went straight into the classroom building. The moment I entered, I saw Zhou Miao ahead of me. I happily walked over and greeted Zhou Miao. "Long time no see." "Good morning, Zhou Miao." At my words, Zhou Miao furrowed her brow. She ignored me, then glared at me unhappily. Her stare made me uncomfortable. So I asked, "What is wrong? Who upset you? Tell me, and I will get even for you." Zhou Miao said, "No one upset me. I am just not in a good mood, and there is nothing I can do about it. Unlike you, young Master Gu, the whole world revolves around you. When you are unhappy, someone has to pay the price, right?" Without looking at me again, she walked off without turning back. Zhou Miao's snide attitude left me stunned. It was completely baffling. What was that even about? I went into class and took my seat, still feeling miserable. Yuxin gave me a calm glance. She took the initiative to ask, What is wrong? I looked at Yushin gratefully. Why do you think Zhou Miao is so angry? Yushin was caught off guard by my question. She fell silent for a long time. Seeing the confusion in her eyes, I suddenly remembered I had not told her the whole story. What was I thinking? After hearing it, Yushin looked thoughtful. I remember you told me earlier that after sneaking out yesterday, you called the principal, right? What did you say? Thinking back, I said, I did not say much. I just acted on impulse and called the principal. I said the security staff were really dedicated to their duties. I did not say anything else. Yushin fell silent for a moment, then sighed softly and said, I guess the principal got your call. Without knowing what had happened, asked his staff about it. His staff probably misunderstood him. As for why Zhou Miao is angry, I think she probably relates to him. What do you mean? I looked at her, confused. You do not know. I thought Zhou Miao and I were pretty close. Please, tell me. So, Yushin filled me in. She said Zhou Miao had outstanding college entrance exam scores. So the university recruited her. They gave her a generous scholarship. She accepted it. Because her family was poor. I was shocked to hear that. Really? Zhou Miao does not dress like a poor student at all. Then again, maybe she simply has the grace of a lady. So nothing looks cheap on her. Yushin continued. Of course it is true. Lots of people know her family is struggling. She was also raised by a single parent. Apparently, when her mother used to work odd jobs, she was mistreated by wealthy people. That is why Zhou Miao resents the rich. I never expected so much juicy gossip. I thought to myself, no wonder she treated me like that earlier. She must have misunderstood something about me. These past few days, you have probably often seen guys confessing their feelings to her around campus. Most of those guys are rich kids. So naturally, she rejects them outright. What if a guy who is not rich confessed to her? Would she react differently? Who knows? That situation has never come up. Our university is an elite school. Most students here come from wealth and privilege. Only a few get in through exceptional grades, on special admission. But those high-achieving guys tend to lack confidence. They would never dare confess to her. I nodded in understanding. After Yushin's explanation, it gradually made sense to me. No wonder Zhou Miao was so angry earlier. It probably reminded her of how her mother had been mistreated. So, based on what you told me, I think she misunderstood you. She thought you took your bad mood out on the guard. I really did not mean it that way. I was upset at the time, sure. But I am not some spoiled brat who, just because he is in a bad mood, throws his weight around and bullies people. Yushin sighed again. Her cool voice rang out again. This is not the first time I have seen something like this. The world has always been survival of the fittest. Things like this are normal. So, no matter what, I bear some responsibility too. I know what to do. What are you going to do? Suddenly, the room went strangely quiet. We looked up to find the teacher staring at us from the podium. You two are disrupting the other students. If you want to talk, take it outside. We exchanged a look, then quietly shut up and listened to the lesson. As soon as class ended, I raced off to find Zhou Miao. Outside her classroom, I stopped a girl. Hi. Could you get Zhou Miao for me? Tell her Gu Chen is looking for her. Thanks. Oh, it is you. You are here to confess so early today. Not bad. That is real dedication. I am rooting for you. I am not here to confess to her. Just go get her for me. Since you are so handsome, I will help you out. I think you have a real chance. Make the most of it. Zhou Miao, there is a very handsome guy outside. He says his name is Gu Chen. I waited outside, worried Zhou Miao might not come out. To my surprise, she actually came out. Do you need something? Her attitude was somewhat cold. That made me feel uncomfortable. I felt she still misunderstood me. Give me a few minutes. Let's talk outside. Okay. So, we left the classroom and went to an open area beside the academic building. I looked around. After making sure no one was watching, I faced her and said solemnly, about the security guard. I did not do this. I never ordered it. Do not worry. I will find a way to fix it. But, Zhou Miao, you went too far today. You do not even know what started this whole thing, yet you pin the blame on me. Do you think that is fair to me? With that, I turned to leave. Zhou Miao watched me. My seriousness stunned her. When she saw I was leaving, She quickly jogged over, looped her arm through mine, and said, "I am sorry." I paused, but did not turn around. She apologized again. After hearing my explanation, she knew she had wrongly blamed me. She had assumed I was like the other guys, approaching her with an agenda. So instinctively, she saw me as the kind of guy who used his power to bully others. She had not expected me to explain the security guard situation so seriously. At that thought, she suddenly smiled gently. This time, I turned around. Deliberately, I said, "I heard your apology, but I do not want to forgive you yet." Then I shook off her hand and left. Zhou Miao stared at my retreating back, her gaze lingering for a long time. Then I went to the principal's office. Even though the class bell had already rung, I had no time to worry about it. I stormed into the principal's office and said bluntly, "Uncle, I need to talk to you." "I am sorry." I could not stop young Master Gu. The principal clutched his aching forehead. He had been about to angrily lash out, but when he saw it was me, he immediately put on a smile. "Haha, young Master Gu, what can I do for you? Come over and sit down. Please step outside for a moment. Young Master Gu and I need to discuss something." The secretary stood there dumbfounded. It was probably her first time seeing the principal act so warmly toward a student, so indulgently. Once she came to her senses, at the principal's signal, she hurried out. Instead of sitting, I walked straight to his desk and slapped it, saying, "Uncle, why did you do this?" I only praise our security guard for being dedicated to her job. I admit my tone was bad yesterday, but I truly did not mean it that way. Fire her. I only told the head of security to look into it. I never said to fire her. I do not want her fired. Uncle, rehire that security guard and let her come back to work. Hey, Uncle, let her come back to work. She really is dedicated to her job. With an employee so devoted to her work, we should be proud. The principal considered it for a moment. All right, since you put it that way, I cannot really argue. But, Gu Chen, you cannot act like this again. Do not lash out at people when you are angry. You are an adult now, so learn to take responsibility for your actions. The principal's words left me speechless. Then I began to reflect on myself. Once I understood, one bowed to the principal and said, "Uncle, I really was wrong about this. After you rehire the security guard, please give her a raise. Of course, I will pay for it. It will come from me personally." After saying that, I took out my phone and transferred the money to the principal. Then I left the principal's office. I felt completely relieved. With the matter settled, I could not help letting out a sigh of relief. I hummed a tune as I headed toward the academic building. On the way, I ran into Lu Feifei. I looked at Lu Feifei curiously. "Where are you going?" Lu Feifei stopped but said nothing. She just crossed her arms and stared at me for a long while. Her stare left me completely baffled. Finally, she spoke. "What did you go to the principal's office for?" "It was for Zhou Miao, was it not? Say something." "What are you talking about? You know Zhou Miao." Lu Feifei pressed her pink lips together and muttered, "She and I have history. How can I not know her?" Then she shot me a look of exasperated disappointment. "Gu Chen, you jerk. The moment you see a pretty girl, you throw yourself at her without a second thought. Now I get it. That girl you mentioned before was Zhou Miao. And when you suddenly wanted to get out of the car before, it was because you saw Zhou Miao too. That is why you left me behind, right? What do you really mean by this? If you do not like me, just tell me. It is not like I would desperately cling to you." After saying that, she looked at me through tear-filled eyes. Seeing Lu Feifei cry made my heart ache a little. I patiently explained in a gentle voice, "Feifei, I did not mean that. I am not. I only see her as a friend." A friend. That video of you two tugging at each other has spread across the entire school. Who does not know by now that you are the first guy Zhou Miao has ever treated differently? What video? What do you mean, tugging at each other? Lu Feifei took out her phone and played a video for me. When I leaned in for a closer look, the video actually showed the scene of my conversation with Zhou Miao, but it had been filmed from too far away, so no one could hear what we said. They could only see our movements. Anyone who did not know the truth would definitely think there was something romantic between us. No, you have misunderstood. What have I misunderstood? Did you not go looking for her? Did you not pull and tug at each other? And the girl who gave you directions before? The one you wanted to thank, the one you wanted to take out for a meal was her. It was her, right? You have only known her for a few days. How can you already like her this much? Does she even know that you already have a girlfriend? She pounded my chest again and again with her fist. I stayed silent. Suddenly I felt exhausted. I raised a hand and wiped my face. I thought, I am hurting too. It was bad enough that Zhou Miao misunderstood me for no reason today. I never expected Lu Feifei not to trust me either. Lu Feifei was actually hiding in a corner of the stairwell. She looked up, but did not see me coming after her. Angrily, she buried her head in her knees. Gu Chen, you big idiot. Tears spilled from her eyes again. Lu Feifei muffled her voice and sobbed quietly. How long had it been since she had cried like this? Ever since childhood, she had been her family's precious darling. When had she ever suffered so much hurt? And that Gu Chen. How could he do this to her? The more she thought about it, the angrier she became, and the more wrong she felt. She did not know how long she cried. Then, just then, a pair of long, slender legs appeared in Lu Feifei's blurred vision. Feifei. So he finally grew a brain and came looking for her. She was crying so pitifully, like a wrong little rabbit. Are you okay? I snapped out of my daze. Lu Feifei suddenly felt a little embarrassed too. She did not want me to see her in such a mess. Hey, how did you find me here? Hearing her voice, I frowned and asked, how long have you been hiding here and crying? Lu Feifei did not answer. She stood up, then said to me, come on, let's talk outside. We walked along the empty campus path. Since classes were in session, there was no one around. The place was quiet and deserted. Lu Feifei, I asked her, do you want to go back to class? She thought for a moment, then shook her head. No. I do not want to go back. Even without looking, she could guess how red her eyes were from crying. If she went back, the other students would be curious. The campus was fairly large, but wandering around would still draw attention. So we went to a small park. Then we both spoke at once. I am sorry. It was my fault. We both froze for a moment, then smiled at each other. I am sorry, Feifei. I should not have treated you that way. Zhou Miao and I are really just friends. I never imagined she would come between us. And what I said before, about having a meal with her, was only to thank her. And as for that video, I was already about to leave. She was the one who reached out and grabbed me. After that, we kept our distance. I was wrong too. I should have trusted you. I was just a little jealous. I felt like a Chen was getting too close to Zhou Miao and ignoring me. That is why I was so upset. HMPH, I am still very angry. But you did find me in the stairwell afterward. That was not bad. And I blamed you unfairly too. So that makes us even. I forgive you. Let's just go home. Your eyes need a proper cold compress when we get home. Otherwise, by tomorrow, your eyes will look like a panda's. Lu Feifei heard that. Then she glared at me again. I laughed. I put an arm around her shoulders, ready to head home. After we got home, we cleaned up. It had been an exhausting day. Then we went to bed. The next day, when we got to school, I walked to the classroom building and saw Zhou Miao's back again. So I checked in with Lu Feifei. I am going to say a few words to Zhou Miao. We did not finish talking about what happened yesterday. Worried Lu Feifei would get upset again, I quickly added, I will be back within 5 minutes. Then I immediately ran over. Lu Feifei was left behind, huffing softly as she stepped aside to wait for me. Zhou Miao, wait. I called out to Zhou Miao. Zhou Miao turned and smiled at me. Good morning, Gu Chen. Good morning. About the security guard. After hearing me out, she replied in surprise. I did not expect you to really go to the principal. I have already asked the principal to rehire the security guard. So, You do not need to worry. Zhou Miao apologized to me again. I really did blame you unfairly. I am truly sorry. It is no big deal. Alright, I need to get back to class. I will get going. Bye. Then I found Lu Feifei, and we left together. By then, I had reached my classroom, and parted ways with Lu Feifei. Just as I was about to enter the classroom, I saw Zhou Miao walk past. Class was about to start. Why was Zhou Miao not heading back to class? There was only 1 minute left. Curious, I followed her. Meanwhile, the moment Lu Feifei sat down, the smile vanished from her face, and she turned cold again. Wu Jin. Wu Jin nervously approached. She cautiously asked, Miss? Lu Feifei's delicate, slender fingers tapped against the desk. She looked extremely irritated. After a long moment, she spoke. Go to the second classroom on the 3rd floor, and do something for me. Yes, miss. Wu Jin answered obediently, waiting for the rest of her instructions. Go see whether Gu Chen is in his classroom, and who he is talking to. Tell me about anything you find, but do not let him know you are there. Do you understand? Understood. Lu Feifei waved her hand. Her expression seemed to relax somewhat, and a faint smile appeared. I will go right away, Wu Jin said as she ran out of the classroom. But she had not gone far when she ran into Qingrang coming upstairs. Qingrang was the most handsome male sophomore. He was Lu Feifei's most devoted admirer, and considered himself her boyfriend. The moment she saw Qingrang, Wu Jin quickly called out ingratiatingly, Brother-in-law, are you here to see Miss? Miss is waiting for you. Qingrang had a pale, cool-toned complexion. When he wasn't smiling, he seemed distant. But when he smiled, that cool aloofness instantly melted away. He nodded and asked, Where are you going? Are you buying something for her? No. Miss asked me to go to the second classroom on the 3rd floor, to find someone for her. Who? A man or a woman? A man. His name is Gu Chen. Wu Jin was always eager to please the men around Miss, so she answered every question he asked. Gu Chen. What is his relationship with Lu Feifei? Wu Jin answered awkwardly. I do not know that either. I am only following Mrs. orders. That is all. If she knew anything, she would not hide it from Qingrang, though she did not know how long he would remain by Mrs. side. Offering him a small favor to build goodwill was a way to win him over. He might be useful someday. He suddenly smiled and said to Wu Jin, I am a little thirsty. Go to the school store and get me a drink first. Bring one for Feifei too. Seeing Wu Jin hesitate, Qingrang glared at her. Who is more important, Gu Chen or me? You decide. Seeing Qingrang's arrogant expression, Wu Jin thought, Qingrang had been so favored by Miss lately. He might even break the record for the man who stayed by Lu Feifei's side the longest. Besides, Miss did not seem tired of him yet, and she had no new target. After weighing it up, she decided Qingrang was more important, so she quickly fawned. Is that even a question? Of course you are more important. I will go buy them right away. Do not worry. With me here, Feifei will not get angry. Go get the drinks and come back first. You can still look for that Gu Chen afterward. Of course. Brother-in-law, 1 word from you carries more weight than 10 from anyone else. Alright, hurry up. After watching Wu Jin walk away in the direction of the school store, Qingrang finally looked away and leisurely headed for the classroom. Feifei. The moment he entered, he walked toward Lu Feifei. The desk beside Lu Feifei had always been empty. In fact, it was reserved for her friends. Qingrang sat in the chair beside her and wrapped an arm around her shoulders, leaning against her familiarly. When Lu Feifei did not respond, he realized the atmosphere in the classroom was strange. He looked up and saw Lu Feifei's expressionless face, which startled him. Putting on a caring look, he asked, Feifei, what is wrong? Who made you angry? Lu Feifei had already been irritated. When she saw him, she only felt more annoyed. Why are you here? I missed you, Qingrang said, gazing at her affectionately. But Lu Feifei did not notice. Her mind seemed entirely elsewhere. Qingrang was displeased, but he did not dare show it. A man's intuition told him. Lu Feifei must be thinking about Gu Chen. Before long, Wu Jin returned with the drinks. She stopped at the door, panting, and caught her breath. Holding a drink in each hand, she walked over. "Miss, here are the drinks." As she spoke, she placed the drinks before them. Lu Feifei's gaze moved from the drinks to Wu Qian's face. "Did I tell you to buy drinks?" "I told her to buy them." "I care about you. I was afraid you'd be thirsty." The air seemed to freeze for half a second. Then Lu Feifei gave him a distant glance and said without mercy, "Get out of my sight. I do not want to see you again." Qingrang stared at her in shock and disbelief, as though he never expected her to lose her temper so badly. "Feifei, I know I was wrong. Please do not send me away." But he had miscalculated. Lu Feifei had no patience to soothe him now. "Do not make me say it twice. The thing I just told you to do. Have you done it?" "No, miss." "Please do not be angry. I will go right now." Qingrang looked at Lu Feifei and said, "So, what you meant just now was, you are breaking up with me." It was as if he had to hear it clearly before he could believe it was real. "Yes," Lu Feifei nodded. "Starting today. Do not show your face in front of me again." Why? How could she be so heartless? He had heard before that Miss Lu was not faithful to one man. She could treat you wonderfully while you were together, but she was ruthless after a breakup. Do not delude yourself that she would remember what you once shared and still care about you. Yet he had believed he was different. Lu Feifei's words were, to Qingrang, like a bolt from the blue. But to the other boys, it was the best news imaginable, especially the boys in the class. Which of them had not fought to get close to Miss Lu, just to get into this class? They had hoped proximity would give them the first chance, and now, this was perfect. Miss Lu was single again. That meant they all had a chance. So they showed Qingrang no mercy. Some even mocked him. "Get out. How shameless can you be? Miss already told you to leave, yet you keep clinging to her. Get out now. You are not allowed in our class again." "Exactly. Can you not see Lu Feifei is sick of you? Who do you think you are? Get lost already. Stop being an eyesore to Lu Feifei." Qingrang's face turned deathly pale. He had never endured such humiliation ever since he entered Shangde. His handsome looks, combined with a lucky coincidence, had quickly made him Miss Lu's boyfriend. That also made him the school's newest heartthrob. Shangde had an unspoken rule. Miss Lu's boyfriend was automatically Shangde's school heartthrob. He had always enjoyed that honor, feeling adored by everyone. But the higher he had been put on a pedestal, the harder he fell now. Unable to bear their cruel words any longer, Qingrang ran straight out of the room. Lu Feifei did not even look at him. But when her calm gaze swept across the room, everyone immediately fell silent. She felt deeply unsettled, an unease she could not explain. She did not know why. She couldn't stop wondering why. Just as she was about to stand, Wu Jin rushed over in a panic. "Miss, the person you told me to find, he is not in his classroom. I asked his classmates. They said he left as soon as he entered the classroom, and he never came back." Lu Feifei's voice was distant. "What? He did not return to class? Then, where did he go?" No wonder she had felt so uneasy. Her bad feeling had come true. "I do not know either." Wu Jin could not help wondering, what exactly was the connection between this boy, Gu Chen, and Lu Feifei? How could he matter so much to her? Lu Feifei frowned, stood, and said, "Even if we have to search the entire school, we will find him." Could this guy have offended Lu Feifei? It was also the first time they had seen Lu Feifei this furious, with such an awful look on her face. Cold sweat beaded at Wu Qian's temple as she thought to herself. The classmates watching nearby were all utterly confused, wondering what had happened and whom Miss Lu was looking for, but no one dared ask her, much less make a sound. At that moment, Miss Lu radiated an aura that warned everyone to stay away. Once Lu Feifei left the classroom, everyone exchanged looks, then began whispering. "Did you see how dark Miss Lu's expression was? I do not think I have ever seen her this angry. Do you think the person she is looking for did something to make her mad? Whoever it is, they are in trouble. Lu Feifei is terrifying when she loses her temper." Exactly. Wu Jin had become Miss Lu's lackey, not only because she knew how to flatter her, but because she was remarkably efficient. She quickly went to ask the gatekeeper. Lu Feifei stood in the hallway, restless and agitated, yet unsure what to do. So she found a classroom at random and sat down, waiting for Wu Jin to return. When Wu Jin returned, she reported, no students left the school midway through the day. So, Gu Chen must still be on campus. At that news, Lu Feifei's expression finally eased a little. She told Wu Jin to give the order, just as she had said, search the entire campus, but find Gu Chen. Although Shang's campus was enormous, with Lu Feifei's influence, finding someone should not have been difficult. It should have been effortless. But what she never expected was that they could not find Gu Chen. She glared angrily at Wu Jin. How can you not find him? Cold sweat continued to pour down Wu Qian's forehead, but she did not dare wipe it away. She said timidly, we searched everywhere we could. Even the teachers' offices and student dormitories have been searched, but we still could not find him. Maybe he is no longer at school. He is not at school. Does he have wings? Could he have flown out? The guards said they never saw Gu Chen leave. If he is not still on campus, where else could he have gone? Miss, I cannot figure it out either. Wait, maybe he found another way out of the school. One that kept the guards from noticing him. Or perhaps he did not leave through the main gate, which is why the guards did not see him. Lu Feifei fell silent for a moment, without responding. He had only just arrived at Shangde. He could not possibly know another way out. Even so, it was the only reasonable explanation. Otherwise, how could Gu Chen have vanished into thin air again? I do not believe in ghosts or gods, so it could not be anything supernatural. But Gu Chen never told me where he was going. And then he disappeared without a word. What if something happened to him? She feared he might have had an accident. She did not dare dwell on it. Wu Jin was practically Shang's know-it-all. She knew a thing or two about everything at the school. She quickly worked through the possibilities. If someone did not leave through the main gate, what other ways were there to leave the school unnoticed? That is it, miss. Does the school not have surveillance footage? Check those locations, and we might find a clue. In her panic, Lu Feifei had forgotten about that. She nodded and said, do it. Go check the surveillance footage now. Wu Jin looked at her uneasily and said, but only the principal has permission to view the footage. I am not authorized to access it. So, you will have to go yourself, miss. Lu Feifei said flatly, I understand. Then she headed for the principal's office. Wu Jin hurried after her. Inside the principal's office, the chair behind the desk had been claimed by Lu Feifei. Miss Lu, this is the school's surveillance system. There are 300 camera feeds in total. You may view any of them. 300? That many? Lu Feifei frowned. One look at her expression, and Wu Jin knew what she meant. She stepped forward and said, Miss, why not let me search? No. I will do it myself. Wu Jin was slightly taken aback, but did not dare say anything. She stepped back again and waited behind her for orders. Lu Feifei's slender fingers danced deftly over the keyboard. It was clearly her first time using this system, yet she handled it as if she knew it well. She did not ask the principal how it worked. She operated it expertly on her own. Wu Jin watched in stunned disbelief. Miss Lu's computer skills had seemed limited to playing games, but she clearly knew the system inside and out. Wu Jin had been at Miss Lu's side for so long, yet she had never known that Miss Lu was this capable. Soon, Lu Feifei brought up footage from the locations Wu Jin had mentioned. She opened 6 video feeds at once. The footage was fast-forwarded. She seemed able to take it all in at a glance. Staring at the screens without blinking, Wu Jin stood behind her, her eyes already starting to blur. After only 10 minutes, her eyes felt dry and sore. But Lu Feifei seemed completely unaffected and increased the playback speed again. Another 10 minutes passed. Wu Qian's head began to pound, and she could barely endure it. But she did not dare slack off, so she kept watching the footage. Suddenly, Lu Feifei cried out, Found him. Wu Jin jumped in fright and hurried over to the screen. On the surveillance feed, I was strolling leisurely down a path from the hill behind campus, holding a soda I had just bought, looking completely at ease. Lu Feifei rapped her fingertip sharply on the desk. The tension in her face finally eased a little. Half angry, half amused, she muttered, He actually hid out on the back hill. Gu Chen, you jerk. You had me searching until I nearly went crazy. Seeing how worried and upset Miss Lu was, Wu Jin could not help asking softly, Miss, shall we go to the back hill and find him now? Lu Feifei took a deep breath, forcing down the panic in her heart. She rose and headed outside. Of course we are going. I am going to ask him why he hid without saying a word, and have the entire school searching for him. I had spent some time enjoying the breeze on the back hill, and was about to return to class, when I saw Lu Feifei striding toward me. Her eyes were slightly red, and she looked frantic with worry. My heart softened. Just as I was about to apologize, Lu Feifei walked straight up to me and lightly punched my chest. Gu Chen, do you know how worried I was about you? I thought something had happened to you. I searched the entire school. I even checked the surveillance footage, and you were hiding here, slacking off. Class was just as stifling, so I came out for some air. I did not realize I would worry you this much. I am sorry, Feifei. I quickly took her hand and explained softly. She shot me a glare, but did not pull her hand away. Do not do this again. Even if you go out, tell me first. I smiled and nodded, then reached over and ruffled her hair. Got it, my fiancé. At the word fiancé, Lu Feifei's cheeks instantly flushed. She gave me a light push. Who is your fiancé? Do not get ahead of yourself. Seeing her shy expression, my heart filled with warmth. From our forced engagement, to living together and bickering. Then the misunderstanding over Zhou Miao. I finally realized I had fallen for the childhood friend I had fought with all my life. As for Zhou Miao, I had made everything clear. We were only ordinary friends. She understood how I felt, and smiled as she wished Lu Feifei and me well. Yushin remained as cool and reserved as ever. Occasionally, she would greet me. We kept the proper distance between classmates. As for the security guard fired over that misunderstanding, I had the principal hire him back, and paid for a raise out of my own pocket. The guard thanked me again and again. I finally understood that I could not act recklessly because of my family background. I had to learn to respect everyone. Lu Feifei also cut by Qingrang out of her life for good, and focused on being with me. We were no longer as playful and headstrong as before. We went to class together, left school together, and returned to our apartment together. We bickered now and then, but always made up quickly. Before long, we graduated. The Lu family did not pressure us anymore. Instead, they respected our wishes. Once we were both ready, they held a warm, intimate wedding for us. On our wedding day, Lu Feifei wore a pure white wedding gown. Her smiling eyes were fixed on me, full of tenderness. I held her hand and made my solemn vow amid the blessings of family and friends. Lu Feifei, we have fought since we were children. I thought we would always be rivals. But now I know. You are the person I want to cherish most in this life. I will take good care of you from now on. We will never be apart for the rest of our lives. Gu Chen, I do. Tears filled Lu Feifei's eyes, as she answered with a smile. Mr. and Mrs. Lu and Grandpa Lu sat in the audience, their faces full of joy. The household staff smiled and applauded as well. Zhou Miao and Yushin, their guest, also offered their most heartfelt blessings. After we married, we were still as sweet as when we were dating. Sometimes we recalled the funny fights we had as children. I finally understood that the best kind of love is never a grand, dramatic encounter. It is the companionship of a childhood friend. It is, after all the bickering, still wanting to spend a lifetime together. From then on, Lu Feifei and I stayed by each other's side, living earnestly, cherishing each other, and building the happiest life together.